Minotaurs are an absolutely amazing race. One of the funnest ones for me and my son to play. So, what makes them so much fun? Well, it's a giant bull, y'all. They are rooted very deeply in mythical lore and have so many different fun ways to play them. We're going to discuss a few of them and kind of how to build one, give you a little bit of help there. But really, we're just geeked out about them and we just wanted to talk Minotaurs. So, when you're going to build one, a couple of things you need to know right off the bat. First of all, languages. You know common, you know Minotaur. Your size, medium. After that, next probably most important thing, and those could even be disputed as are they really important, but your ability scores. So depending on the rules that you go with, because there's a couple of options, you can either get a +2 to your strength and a +1 to your constitution, or depending on which rule book you go with, you could even do a +2 to whichever ability you want and a +1 to another ability, or you could really spice it up and do a +1 to 3 abilities. So if you wanted to, you could do a +1 to your strength, +1 to your charisma, and say you really wanted to be a smart Minotaur, you could do a +1 to your intelligence, which might actually come into play and be very handy if you were wanting to do, say, some spell casting with your Minotaur. However, in our house, our Minotaurs are usually paladins and barbarians. Why? Because they're massive, they have horns, which do 1d6 damage, and they're just tanks. They're so much fun to play as these types of characters that we just roll with it, literally. Another fun thing is hammering horns. Immediately after doing a melee attack, as long as the creature you're trying to hit is within 5 feet of you, you can shove them with your horns for a bonus action. Now, they do have to meet a strength save that is equal 8 plus proficiency bonus plus your strength modifier. And if they fail, you push it up to 10 feet away from you. So a neat little, almost like a parry kind of way to put some space between you and your opponent. Now, this one's kind of more of like to the flavor of like what the DM thinks. According to the books, they are more inclined to have a evil alignment, but imagine a dairy cow that's a druid. Okay, more than likely they would be good, right? They wouldn't necessarily have an inclination for evil. However, if you really do want to play the angry anti-hero in your group, or even just all-out bad guy in your group, there's several ways you can do it. Perhaps you're a necromancing warlock that is worshiper of Vecna. Perhaps you're a patron of the Hexblade. You can do so many different things with this. But a fun flavor that we do in our house for our Minotaurs is the name. We, being rodeo fans, like to pick the names of Pro Bowls and give those names to our Minotaurs. For example, we have Red Rock, who is a paladin who worships Habakkuk. We also have Dillinger, who is just an all-out reckless barbarian. So, just a few things for you to think about whenever you go to create your Minotaur for your next campaign.